Where is the 2018 budget? The journey of the Nigerian budget is really simple. The Nigerian budgeting system is filled with drama and drawbacks. Towards the end of last year, the executive, while putting the document together, met with the leadership of the National Assembly to see how the process could be fast-tracked to balance the cycle. They were quite optimistic, at least from what the Vice President told me then. Listen to this interview. The government is planning to standardize and normalize the budget cycle, and we do know that we spend our way out of recession, or we're spending our way out of recession. But with the performance of the 2017 budget so far, are you afraid we might be experiencing some setback?
With the 2017 budget?
Yes, because we're going to normalize, and we're rolling over.
Well, we're rolling over. What it is that we expect that the 2017 budget will be rolled into the 2018. Now, the reason why that is so is that for the first time, we're trying to introduce a January to December financial year, a proper financial year. So we expect that when we submit the budget in October this month, the budget will be passed by December. That is our expectation. That's the engagement we're having with the National Assembly. So we can start implementing the budget from January.
Well, the executive failed to meet the October deadline they envisaged. President Muhammadu Buhari presented on the 11th day of November, proposing a total expenditure of 8.6 trillion, representing an increase of 16% from the 2017 budget estimate. When the president laid the document on the floor of the joint session of the National Assembly, he passed the baton to the lawmakers. The lawmakers went to action, but were not so optimistic about the December or January deadline. So in January, when questions were asked the progress of the budget, this is what the secretary to the federal government said.
You have to understand that we have changed the financial year. It's now running from January to December. So for us to begin to implement the budget, we must get it passed in good time. It cannot be as it were before, when the budget course was running sometimes from from April to the subsequent year in April. So it is very, very important that we realize that we need to get the budget. The INEC has just released its timetable. Major political activities will start very soon. So the only way you can get the government running is to have a budget. And the only way you can have that budget is when it is considered and passed in good time.
So that was in January. Now we are in the third month of 2013. Don't forget, we wanted to normalize. That's the plan of the government. And the progress of the budget seems slow and riddled with the usual blame game. The Senate is blaming the MDAs for not cooperating. The Senate president said they may have to move without them.
It's our intention this year to pass the general budget along with the parastatals budget. And as such, parastatals as well should ensure that they do not also cause any delay, because we're not going to pass the general budget without the budget of the parastatals, because we gave them a deadline also for the parastatals to make sure that they've submitted their budget. Anything that doesn't come by end of next week, the subcommittees should just complete the exercise and work with whatever they have. I think I rule on that. That's the position of the Senate. Thank you.
So I think it's in order for us to ask, where is the 2018 budget? Let me tell you, if you understand governance, there is no governance without budget, because the money is what you use to drive policy and governance. So let's ask the executive, where is the budget? The National Assembly says, look, we are not at blame here. Blame the executive. Joining us on the telephone from Abuja is his president's advisor on National Assembly affairs. He's the man who advises the president on how things like this will go. Senator Enang joins us on the program tonight. Many thanks, Senator, for your time on the program tonight. Senator, where is the 2018 budget?
The 2018 budget is under consideration by the National Assembly, Senate, and House of Representatives. And sometime last week, the executive, the National Assembly and the Senate raised the question that there are some questions and input they still expect from some MDAs. So we've been in touch with the chairman of the Appropriations Committee, the chairman of the subcommittee, and the deputy chairman chairman of the committee, and any area where they needed any question, we have answered. We have brought the officers before them. We made the Director General Budget Office of the Federation, met with them. We've also appraised the Minister of Budget and National Planning, Senator Udoma. We've also met most of the ministers which they had any reservation about their input. But I just want us to say that, firstly, the budget presentations are made to the respective subcommittees, Works, Police Affairs, Interior, Education, and not to the Appropriations Committee. So unless it is any of these committees that is not complaining. But as at this moment, I will not be in a position to dispute any matter with the Senate. We need a solution. We need the 2018 budget to be passed. But on your question again, where is the budget? I want to say that the budget of 2017 was assented to on 12th of June 2017, and it is going to run its course on the 11th of June 2018. But we had intended that the budget cycle should be corrected. But right now, as we're working with the legislature to ensure that by about 31st of March, the budget of 2018 will come into effect. That is agreed between the executive and the legislature, and we are working towards that. And let me appreciate the Senate, the leadership of the Senate, the leadership of the House of Representatives, and the respective committees, and the two senators and honorable members, because they have shown extreme dedication in the handling of their work, and they have not raised disputations which are unreasonable, and they are simply asking for information, and what they ask for, we make available to them. So we are working together.
Okay.
There is no cause for alarm. Everything is okay.
Okay, perhaps when we hope that there is no cause for alarm, but there's been alarm raised on the floor of the Senate that some of the MBAs are not coming. Perhaps there is a new development since the Senate president said this, that there are some MDAs who are not showing up. In fact, they did say that some ministers have not shown up for their budget defense. So, I mean, give us some clarity here. Is there something that we do not understand here from what you're saying? You're saying that it's not your fault.
I'm sorry?
You are saying that there are no MDAs that have not shown up. The Senate president said the MDAs, some of the MDAs have not shown up.
Well, I will not dispute anything with the Senate or the leadership of His Excellency the President of the Senate. We have taken up these issues. We have met with the Minister of Budget and Planning, the Minister of Finance, the Director General Budget of the Office of the Federation. We brought them back to the field and to the floor and to the respective committees. And I have gone into personal contact with each of the committees to find out any area that they have reservation or where they need the minister or the Director General or the Executive Secretary or the Permanent Secretary. I have found a few of them and I'm putting them together. So within this week, every information they need will be available on their desk within this week.
The assurance you are giving to Nigerians. But quickly, let me take you up on this, Senator. The federal government did say there is going to be a rollover of the 2017 budget into the 2018 budget. Is that still intact, or there is a change of plan?
That understanding is still intact to the extent to which the implementation of the 2017 budget would have ended. But as of now, we have one or two challenges. Firstly, Mr. President submitted a request for environment of certain projects, certain funds to certain projects. That has not been done. And so we are stuck with implementing the budget as it is. Second, most of the projects we intend to roll over. Most of them, the expenditure would have gone very far. But to the extent that it will be remaining implementation, it will be rolled over. Not the entire budget, because the executive is implementing almost all the projects as it is in the budget.
All right. Let's allow you to go now, but tell us, is the federal government disappointed in itself based on its own agenda to make the budget come quickly and pass early enough? But we're in the third month of the year, and it does not look like we might have that budget passed by the end of this month.
The federal government is made up of the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary. So we're all working together. If anybody is disappointed, it's the entire. If there is no disappointment, it is the entire. But we are working together. we're not expressing any disappointment. The federal government, the executive and the legislature are not expressing any disappointment because they're working together. And so none is disappointed because we are also working towards the welfare of Nigerians. Like I would say, it is we versus them, and nor us, them versus us. It is all of us and for Nigerians.
Senator Enang, advisor to President Muhammadu Buhari on National Assembly matters. Thank you for your time on the program tonight.